guys, what is up? It is James Primrose here, back again for my next video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about another one of the matches that's going to be happening for Wrestlemania 33, and right now, as I'm recording this on Monday, WrestleMania week has now officially started. The go-home show for WrestleMania on Monday Night Raw is tonight. Goldberg and Brock Lesnar going face-to-face, and all that other jazz that they're going to hype up the show, even though I'm pretty sure SmackDown will do a better job than Raw, like always. But in this video, the match I'm going to be talking about today is the one I promised from the last video, where I ended up talking about AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. Today, I'm going to be talking about the match that, for me, probably should headline WrestleMania, but obviously won't, for other reasons. But regardless, it's a match that's been a long time coming. It's a match that we were really scared that wasn't going to happen at first because of Seth Rollins' injury, but finally we're going to get the match we've been dying to see for like the past year and a half. That should have happened a year and a half ago, but it didn't because of Seth Rollins' injury. Triple H going one-on-one with the Architect, Seth Rollins. Now, they're building this match up as a non-sanctioned bout, but regardless, I'm still seeing it as a match between Triple H and Seth Rollins. A lot of people are speculating as to, because of this, you know, hold harmless agreement that they're going to put in place and how they're going to have this being a non-sanctioned bout. People are wondering, is this going to be some sort of just a big massive brawl where they go all around the stadium, in through the crowd, the backstage area, and it's just one massive fight to the finish rather than just being a regular match? Me personally, I don't really see that, but I would actually prefer that, to be honest. I mean, again, the storyline calls for it, and this storyline, honestly, while I'd hated seeing Seth Rollins getting injured, and honestly, it really was honestly a heartbreaking moment for Seth Rollins and for us fans. To get to this moment now where Seth Rollins is going to get his magical WrestleMania moment, going up against Triple H, and should beat Triple H in a hell of a match, it all pays off in the end. Because it really all started when Seth Rollins first got his injury, when he was first the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, when they had that authority storyline going on, where he won, he cashed in at WrestleMania 31, he went on for a good 8 or 9 months. Was he a good champion? No, a lot of people were mad, saying that he was booked like a cowardly chicken shit heel champion, and to be fair, yeah, he was, like all heel champions have to be nowadays, which I just don't get. Why can't they just fight without help or shit like that? But nevertheless, he got injured at a live event, and they ended up having to miss WrestleMania 32, which, if you've seen WWE 24/7, which is a show they have on the net, where you can see the behind-the-scenes stuff, where he was at the show, but he never appeared or anything like that, and it was honestly the most heartbreaking moment for him. He came back at Extreme Rules, and ever since then, it's been redesigned, rebuild, reclaim, and at Money in the Bank, that happened, but, you know, that was short-lived because of Dean Ambrose cashing in, and now it's led to this point where, again, this is the match that should have happened last year, but because of Seth Rollins' injury, it never happened. But now we're here for WrestleMania 33, and I've just been loving the build-up. How you ended up having Triple H screw over Seth Rollins on that Raw, where Kevin Owens became the second WWE Universal Champion on that Raw, where it was the Fatal 4-Way match, and Triple H, who we thought was going to help Seth Rollins, but no, eventually pedigreed Seth Rollins, and on that night helped Kevin Owens. And that was the start of Kevin Owens' reign as the Universal Champion. And ever since then, it's been nothing but screw-overs, screw-overs, screw-overs. Every time Seth Rollins is that close to becoming the Universal Champion, or even getting a shot, boom, there's Triple H's music, there's Samoa Joe, there's Kevin Owens, there's Chris Jericho. There's always someone in the hands of the Authority, or of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, especially Triple H himself. That's not really led to Seth Rollins becoming the Universal Champion or even getting a shot. How you have where Sami Zayn was taking on Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins was this close to him, and then boom, time to play the game, and Triple H comes out, and that distracts Seth Rollins, and Sami Zayn gets the win. And I also love this too. If you did watch NXT TakeOver San Antonio back in January, where Seth Rollins almost just hijacked the show pretty much in a way and called out Triple H, and Triple H came out in the suit and all that, and he's sending security out there to pretty much kick him out, and that's what happened from there. And again, you have that Raw, I believe it was either the Raws after the Royal Rumble, where Samoa Joe did make his debut, how Triple H cut this awesome promo on Seth Rollins saying that, oh, ever since, you know, I took you and I held you and you were the main guy, we made you the main guy with the Authority, and we took you and we invested in you and we did all this. And I am, at this point now, I am done trying to fight it, because every day I put on this stupid suit and this stupid tie, trying to follow these corporate rules and all that shit, and I'm done wasting my time with you, Seth Rollins. I am now done, so get your ass out here. Seth Rollins came out, and at that moment, when he was just about to fight him, boom, Samoa Joe comes from the crowd and attacks Seth Rollins and gets re-injured. Well, re-injured, if you know what I mean. But, and still, even though, like, he's 100% fit now, I don't know if his leg will ever be the same again after that, regardless of whether it was real or not. But nevertheless, I'm just glad and relieved this match is going to happen. It's bad enough that it was cancelled last year because of Seth Rollins' injury. If it were to get cancelled again this year, Seth Rollins were to miss 2 WrestleManias in a row, because again, they're playing that up into the storyline, how doctors won't clear him enough in time for WrestleMania, even though obviously we know it's part of a storyline now, and that's what's going to happen, and I love it, because it's about time they turn Seth Rollins babyface. I mean, and that's another thing as well. I don't know why they waited so late to turn Seth Rollins babyface, where he first came back at Extreme Rules after the first injury and got a massive reaction, one of the biggest pops of this PG era. Well, I don't like to say PG era anymore, just of this new era, or whatever you want to call it. And straight after the night on Raw, he went back to being a cowardly heel, turning on the fans and all that shit, and it never called for it whatsoever, because he was feuding with Roman Reigns, so we have to make Roman Reigns look strong, baby! Just go fuck yourself. But this isn't about Roman Reigns, it's about Seth Rollins, Triple H. On to the match itself. Obviously, I've said about the storyline, everything culminating to now has been brilliant. Again, one thing I've noticed with most of these WrestleMania matches and WrestleMania feuds, it does eventually have a long-term plan which culminates into a match or a send-off at WrestleMania, which is what I like to see for most of these matches, which is something they don't really do often, but for WrestleMania they kind of didn't have a choice. Onto the match, I can see this again being one of the matches of the night. Should it main event, other than Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, or Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, I can see this potentially main eventing. Will it? No, it'll be Lesnar and Goldberg, because that's the money maker match, that's the box office attraction match, so that has to be there. But definitely I can see this being one of the matches of the night, and this is the night Seth Rollins gets his defining moment. He gets his WrestleMania moment of a lifetime. He beats Triple H. He goes over in convincing fashion. And after that, because I'm assuming we're going to have the draft straight after this, that's what I'm hearing, we send Seth Rollins to SmackDown and we give him immediate push for the world title. I mean, why the hell not? Why does he, like, honestly, someone tell me why he doesn't deserve it, because honestly, he's more deserving of it than anyone. If he was to get drafted to SmackDown, I'd put him first in line with whoever else would be drafted to SmackDown, likes of Cesaro, Sami Zayn, potentially Kevin Owens, and so many other plethora of talent that should go to SmackDown, but for some reason they're still on Raw. I mean, I'm still hearing bad rumours about how people are going to get traded back and forth, and how it's going to end up potentially worse than last time. So that's not what I want to see. I want to see Seth Rollins go over Triple H clean in a fantastic match, because Triple H can have great matches constantly, well, even though he's had a bad record of WrestleManias in the past, you know. Freaking 25 with Randy Orton, 32 with Roman Reigns, 29 with Brock Lesnar. I didn't really fancy that match at WrestleMania, in the No Holds Barred match. I didn't fancy that. He had amazing classics with The Undertaker, but he's had a bad strain of WrestleMania matches in the past. But this one, it definitely will not be that way. Prediction, Seth Rollins is going to win. Who do you think is going to win? Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Tell me what you think of this match. The next match on here I'm going to talk about might just be Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. I could talk about The Undertaker, Roman Reigns next. Whatever you want me to talk about next, leave it in the comments down below, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton next video. So stay tuned for that, guys. So other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel. And all I can say is, peace out, my brothers!